Hello and welcome to the Daily English News program in Azərbaycan Televiziya. I'm Gülər. On April 8, President İlham received Farzaneh Sadek, Minister of Roads and Urban Development of the Islamic Republic of Iran and co-chair of the Azerbaiján-Iran Intergovernmental Joint Commission of Economic Cooperation.
President İlham praised the recent intensive reciprocal visits by high-level delegations from both Azerbaijan and Iran, noting that these trips provide a valuable opportunity to strengthen the friendship between the two countries and further enhance bilateral cooperation. The head of state commended the holding of a meeting of the Azerbaijan-Iran Intergovernmental Joint Commission on Economic Cooperation during Farzaneh Sadek's visit, emphasizing that the Commission's agenda includes significant projects aimed at fostering collaboration in areas such as economics, trade, energy and transportation. Farzaneh Sadek conveyed the greetings of Masoud Pezeshkian, President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, to the Azerbaijani leader. President İlham expresses gratitude for the greetings and asked the minister to extend his regards to the President of Iran. Emphasizing Iran's interest in further developing relations with Azerbaijan across all sectors, Farzaneh Sadek highlighted the shared historical, cultural, religious and kinship bonds between the two nations. She also underscored the importance of holding the Intergovernmental Joint Commission meeting ahead of the planned visit of the President of Iran to Azerbaijan to discuss key issues on the agenda. The sides also exchanged views on the development of the North-South Transport Corridor, the construction of an automobile bridge connecting Arband and Kelale over the Araz River, and other areas of mutual interest.
The Azerbaijan army conducted tactical exercise in conditions close to real combat, considering modern combat methods and a new operational concept. Reconnaissance of the area was conducted via unmanned aerial vehicles for various purposes involved in the exercise, and data on the location of imaginary enemies' targets and the movement of armored vehicles were promptly transmitted to the Battle Control Center. According to the exercise scenario, artillery units and aircraft attacked the assembled reserves and manpower of the imaginary enemy prior to the offensive, while ensuring the opening of the passages through minefields. The objective of tactical exercise is to enhance commanders' decision-making skills according to a new operational concept, while taking into account the modern combat methods, as well as to improve the abilities in managing units, ensuring interoperability, and refine theoretical and practical skills, the Ministry of Defense reported. Khojavand Operation 7 April 1997. It has been 28 years since two reconnaissance groups of Azerbaijan were sent on a special assignment to the territory of Khojavand district to identify the locations of the Armenian army in Khojavand district and to collect information about the enemy's manpower and military equipment. While one of the reconnaissance groups returned safely, the other group was detected by the enemy in the Fizuli district. The Armenians surrounded the reconnaissance group and demanded surrender. The proposal was rejected by our scouts, after which a heavy battle ensued. When 7 members of the group ran out of ammunition, they blew themselves up with a hand grenade to avoid falling into enemy hands. Sergeant Agil Akhmedov was severely wounded and was taken prisoner in an unconscious state. After long negotiations in March 1999, the serviceman was released from Armenian captivity. On 8 April, Azerbaijan was once again on the agenda of the Belgian Federal Parliament. During the meeting of the Foreign Affairs Committee of the Chamber of Representatives of the Parliament, 2 resolutions related to Azerbaijan were discussed. One of the resolutions has to do with human rights and the protection of journalists. The other was the situation in the so-called Nagorno-Karabakh. Both resolutions contain biased allegations against our country by the Armenian lobby. Our ambassador to the Kingdom of Belgium, Vagif Sadigov, also took part in the hearings. Our ambassador gave substantiated answers to the false allegations. First of all, he pointed out that the Armenian-Azerbaijani conflict did not start in 2020, but in the 19th with the territorial claims of Armenia. He stressed that during the 30-year occupation, the European Union, including Belgium, did not put any pressure on Armenia regarding the invasion. He added that the biased draft resolution will not benefit from relations between Armenia and Azerbaijan. The diplomat also drew attention to the importance of Azerbaijan for European energy security, citing concrete statistics and facts, and reminded that these points should be taken into account during the discussion of the biased draft resolutions. The enemy, blatantly violating the requirements of international conventions, was regularly shelled our medical points and ambulance vehicles. These views were voiced by Akshan Balakishev, who testified as a victim during the trial on the criminal case launched against Ruben Vardanyan, who is charged with crimes against peace and humanity, war crimes, as well as terrorism, financing of terrorism, and other illegal acts stipulated the Criminal Code of the Republic of Azerbaijan. Akshan Balakishev stated that he was wounded as a result of shelling of the mobile medical point from mortar launches during the provocation committed by the Armenian armed forces. Other victims testified that the enemy regularly committed military provocations using various weapons and manpower. They noted that during Armenian military provocations in Aghdam, Khojavand, and Lachen districts, they had suffered various injuries, and some even became martyrs as a result of the targeted fire launched from different weapons, including large caliber weapons, sniper rifles, and exploding mines fired from mortar launches. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us. Stay well.